Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live session. I'm Sarah, and I'm so excited you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something really cool: basic content writer vocabulary. If you're a beginner content writer, or just interested, this video is for you. We'll cover the key terms and phrases that every content writer actually uses. Whether writing for blogs, websites, or marketing, these terms are super important. Let's start with a quick overview of what a content writer does. A content writer creates written material for websites, blogs, ads, and more. You may write articles, product descriptions, social media posts, and emails. Our first term is SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. For example, as a content writer, you need to understand SEO to rank on Google. Or, I optimized the blog post for SEO to increase its visibility. Next is keywords. These are words or phrases that help readers find your content online. You could say, use relevant keywords in your content to rank higher on search engines. Or, make sure your keywords are naturally placed in the text. Let's move on to headline. A headline is the title of your content, and it needs to grab attention. For example, write a strong headline to draw readers into your article. Or, a catchy headline can make all the difference in getting people to click. Another term is CTA, which stands for call to action. This encourages readers to take action. You might say, include a clear CTA at the end of your blog post. Or, our call to action is asking readers to sign up for the newsletter. Now let's talk about draft. A draft is the first version of your writing, which may be revised later. For instance, I'm working on the first draft of my blog post. Or, the editor asked me to revise my draft before publication. The next term is tone. This is the feeling or attitude expressed in your writing. For example, make sure your tone matches the brand style: formal or casual. Or, I adjusted the tone to be more friendly and approachable for the audience. Let's talk about audience. Your audience is the group of people you're writing for. You might say, knowing your audience is key to creating relevant content. Or, the audience for this blog is young professionals interested in technology. Next up is copywriting. Copywriting is writing text, or copy, to sell or promote products or services. For instance, copywriting for ads requires short, impactful sentences. Or, I specialize in copywriting for product descriptions and landing pages. Now let's move on to blog post. A blog post is an article published on a website. For example, I'm writing a blog post about time management tips. Or, this blog post will focus on the latest social media trends. Let's talk about plagiarism. Plagiarism is copying someone else's work and passing it as your own. You might hear, always avoid plagiarism by giving proper credit to your sources. Or, using a plagiarism checker ensures your content is original. Next, we have content calendar. A content calendar helps plan what content to publish and when. For instance, I create a content calendar to stay organized with my blog posts. Or, our content calendar outlines our weekly and monthly writing schedule. Let's learn about word count. Word count refers to the number of words in a piece of writing. You might hear, the word count for this article is 1,000 words. Or, always check the word count before submitting your final draft. Next, we have long-form content. Long-form content typically refers to articles over 1,500 words. For example, long-form content is great for detailed guides or research articles. Or, I'm writing a long-form content piece about travel destinations. Now let's talk about short-form content. This is usually under 1,000 words and concise. For instance, short-form content is perfect for quick blog posts or product descriptions. Or, this short-form content gets straight to the point without too much detail. Let's learn about editing. Editing involves reviewing and improving your writing before publishing. You could say, I always spend time editing my articles before they go live. Or, good editing can make a big difference in how professional your writing looks. Next is proofreading. This is checking for any grammar, spelling, or punctuation errors. You might hear, before you submit, make sure to proofread your work. Or, I'm proofreading my draft to catch any mistakes I might have missed. Let's talk about Headline Analyzer. A headline analyzer helps you create effective headlines. For instance, I used a headline analyzer to improve my title and increase clicks. Or, the headline analyzer suggested a more powerful word to grab attention. Now, let's move on to subheading. A subheading helps break up content into smaller sections. You might say, adding subheadings makes long articles easier to read. Or, use clear subheadings to guide your reader through the article. Next is content brief. A content brief is a document outlining the topic, structure, and details of your content. For example, the client provided a content brief with specific guidelines for the article. Or, before I start writing, I review the content brief to understand the assignment. Let's talk about style guide. A style guide is a set of rules that dictate how content should be written. You could say, the company's style guide ensures consistency across all their content. Or, make sure to follow the style guide when using grammar and punctuation. Now we'll discuss content strategy. A content strategy is a plan for creating and managing content. For instance, our content strategy focuses on creating helpful blog posts every week. Or, a solid content strategy is key to growing your audience. Let's move on to callout. A callout is a highlighted section of text to grab attention. You might hear, include a bold callout to emphasize important information. Or, this callout draws the reader's attention to the main point. Next, let's talk about evergreen content. Evergreen content remains relevant long after it's published. For example, I'm writing evergreen content about basic grammar rules. Or, evergreen content can continue to bring traffic months after being posted. Let's talk about metrics. These are data points that show how well your content is performing. You could say, the metrics show an increase in website traffic since our last blog post. Or, we're using metrics to track engagement and improve future content. Now, let's move on to niche. A niche is a specific topic or area of interest that content is focused on. For instance, I write about health and wellness, which is my niche. Or, focus on a specific niche to attract a loyal audience. Let's talk about conversions. Conversions occur when a reader takes a desired action, like making a purchase. For example, our goal is to increase conversions through more persuasive writing. Or, by improving our CTA, we saw a higher rate of conversions. Finally, let's discuss Content Management System, CMS. A CMS is a platform that helps you create and manage digital content. For example, we use WordPress as our content management system. Or, a good CMS makes publishing and organizing content easy. If you have any questions, you can comment below, and I'll try to answer them. Hopefully, this has been an interesting video, and you've learned some new terms. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more lessons. Bye.